Look.
Listen.
Taylor.
Welcome, everybody. It's episode 99 of Look, Listen with Geese Guyera and Taylor. Today, we're talking about Horizons, the Pokemon anime, episode 51. Before we get into anything, guys, this one's going to be a tough Pokemon episode for me to review because I want to like it, but it's the same plot we've had 4,000 times in this godforsaken anime, so we're taking off points, and I'm warning you now.
I wish you could have seen the notes I was taking, and I just deleted half of them because they were just saying, we can't do this again. We can't do this again.
Yeah.
I'm sad that I missed last week's episode.
It was very sick.
I love a dot story.
Everybody loves dot stories.
It was like a movie.
Yeah, like a movie full of dots.
Yep. The animation was really good.
But before that, let's hear... Taylor, say hello first.
Hello.
Let's hear, before any of that, Geese Peeps, Geese of the Week. What's new with Geese, I imagine? I wonder to myself silently.
Yeah, what's geesing with you?
Guys, so much.
Wow.
I went to the big city.
The Big Apple, some call it.
Oh, you went to New York?
I did.
What? How did I not know this?
You did?
I literally talked about it.
That's cool.
We covered it 2 weeks ago. You don't.
We don't need to play back the footage. It's okay.
Remember going back and forth, going New York,
New York. How was it, Geese?
Yeah,
It was good. I got to see my cousins, which was always nice. And I rode the subway, and it was really hot.
Cousin Salvatore.
Yeah. And I did some shopping, and I got some good deals, which we love.
Were
And
they
I had
legitimate deals, or was it just like 25% off?
Did you get 5% off at Saks Fifth Avenues, or did you buy a bootleg DVD on a little rug in a street corner?
Ooh, that would be
Down
sick.
in
We
alley.
did not go to Canal Street, and I did want to go to Canal Street, but I did get some good deals at just like basic stores like American Eagle and Lululemon.
You did not go to American Eagle. They stopped selling things like 15 years ago.
Taylor,
Yes.
please acknowledge that Taylor is sick, because you can't have a sick person talking without acknowledging it. Come on.
I'm not that sick, okay? Now, is this denial at this point? Yes. Do I have a fever? No. But I'll tell you what the problem is. It's hard to tell if you're sick when just tornadoes are going through the city all the time from different directions.
There was tornadoes here for like the first time in like several years.
In New
Geese.
York?
Oh, was it really? New York?
Not in New York, but in Maryland.
Oh, you are in so many places. When you say here, my mind can't even... It doesn't even
Can
try.
I finish my story about the shirts?
Oh, yeah. How was birding?
I actually did see some great birds
All
in
right,
New York.
Geese, please.
Look, I got 2 shirts from American Eagle for $21.
Wow.
Pretty good. I got a good deal on a belt bag. But anyway, New York was very fun. And then I went to visit my friend from college in Connecticut. And then I took the train home. And then, guys, it finally happened.
Justin got married.
Justin got married.
Justice was
He
served.
did?
Yes, it was
Justin
lovely.
got married? Oh, no.
I caught the bouquet. That
How do
was
you feel
fun.
about that?
I actually felt so bad because his wife's friends were all there also trying to catch the bouquet, and they were all very small, and I was like towering over everyone. I just reached out with my hand and I caught it. I felt
like
so
an elven
bad.
warlord
No, she's
stealing hope from the peasants.
No, she's trying to catch the foul ball while these children are trying to grab it. And she just pushes them out of the way and grabs it with her 9-foot wingspan.
That's okay. That's
I
what
just-
therapy's for.
Yeah, I just felt so bad, but
You still
But yeah.
did it.
I still did it. I did the dang thing. And then, just a lot of stuff happening, a lot of fun times. And now I'm preparing for my grandma's birthday this weekend and my nephew's birthday this weekend. So lots of things happening for old Geese Peep.
Geese Peep, did you want to talk about the Southwest sale before we move on to Lookin, Play, and Watch and Eating?
Guys, big sale going on, 50% off several base fare flights. I saved approximately $700 yesterday.
Whoa.
Are you stacking them with the Costco discount Southwest passes from Costco.com and Costco in-store warehouse?
No, and here's why. When you use a gift card to purchase flights, you do not receive any points or any credit towards A-List.
No.
Wait, what does A-List give you? Wait, that's an AMC promotion.
Yeah, that's 3 movies a week. And it could be IMAX, so I'd say it's worth it.
Yeah, I would go for the A-List.
Yeah.
I'm 10 qualifying flights away. Shut your mouth holes. I'm 10 qualifying
Good job, Geese.
flights away from getting A-List next year. And man, I have to do it.
She's got to do it.
Do you think if you do it, there's not an S list, is there?
Oh my God, triple S?
Oh, that'd be so sick.
It'd be so Southwest. Get it? Oh my God. That's amazing. Good to have you back, Geese Peep, on account of you missed last week. Now, it's time to move on to watching, playing, eating, and listening. Like I said last week, I finally got a PSVR 2 because of all the savings. And boy, oh boy.
Have you been playing Beat Saber?
I have been playing so much Beat Saber. I've been playing so many VR games, we do not have time to get through all of them, so I'm just going to tell you a few of them.
What about Super Hot?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Ask him.
I played Super Hot a lot on my original PSVR. I don't know if it has a PS5 upgrade. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I have played plenty of Super Hot in the past. Played a lot of Resident Evil 4 VR. Tons of fun. Very intense. There's some of these games where you stand there, you just have a great time, and a wall of icons come towards you, and you hit them with your Beat Sabers. There's games like that, and then there's Resident Evil 4, where it's such an intense experience the whole way through. You're certainly not playing more than a full chapter. And the other day I had to quit after, I don't know, like 25 minutes because I forgot to take the I didn't forget to. I wanted to test. I've been trying to make sure that my experience with this machine is wonderful the whole time through. So I've been taking the Dramamine anti-motion sickness pills 30 minutes beforehand, and it just makes the experience amazing.
Sick.
And the other day I said, well, I've been going through these Dramamine so much, let me see if I can just play it without them. And I was fine with Beat Saber and stuff, but I got a little bit into Resident Evil, and when it started getting real intense and I'm whipping around fighting all these guys, I went, oh no. And just had to
Did you throw up in VR?
No, but I did have to eat a bunch of Dramamine real quick.
Wait, did you yarp?
No, I didn't. I just said. Why don't you ask me again? I'll ask me. Did I vomit? No.
Did you get sick?
Got a little motion sick, ate my Dramamines, and I was
fine. But you didn't throw up?
Oh, were you asking if I was going to throw up, if I threw up?
Yeah.
I actually didn't throw up.
That's good. Yeah. I was worried.
Geese, was there any other questions before I move on to the next game I played?
Yes, Geese.
How can you play that alone in your
without
apartment?
Throwing up? Great question.
Thank you, Taylor. No, I didn't throw up, actually.
Wow.
It's fun. It's lots of fun. And Resident Evil 4 is not that scary. It's definitely scarier in VR when you just don't expect somebody and you go, oh my God. What? Guys, the knife in VR. Maybe you've heard about it. It's the best. It's so much better than base game, because in base game you're tapping a button and it has like a cooldown swiping the knife. In VR you just go as fast as your little wrist. Good. As fast as your little wrist can move is how much damage you're doing with the knife. and it's so much fun because it's the exact opposite of the guns. Because here's me, if I have to use the shotgun, I have to pull it from wherever it is on my body. I have to chook it. I have to find the ammo on my side. I have to press a button to let the bullets out, put the new ones in, chook it. There's been so many times where I've been fighting like a tough guy and I'm going, I just don't have time to reload, so I just throw the gun somewhere else, grab another gun, and then grab my knife. Oh my God.
It's like you're using a boat propeller.
So good. Like Geese Peep brought up earlier, Beat Saber. Oh my God. Playing Daft Punk Alive 2007 for 15 minutes straight in the PSVR 2. Oh my God, it's so crystal clear, and it works so much better than PSVR 1. Oh, it's so good. That's the only way to wake up in the morning is with some Beat Saber. Like, you're just ready for the day, having the time of your life. First off, Also played Pistol Whip. Heard a lot of people talk about this game. Great little fun game. You feel like John Wick. You can shoot to the beat. That game is actually the scariest I've run into, because if I'm about to get shot by a bullet and I didn't realize it until too late, my body goes into shock like I'm actually getting shot. I don't feel pain, but it's the same thing of...
Do you know how long I've been waiting for some kind of mild electrical shock administering peripheral?
Peripheral?
Like little shock.
Hideo Kojima's been wanting to do that forever, and they had that full suit you could play Res VR with that was supposed to give you little shocks. And then finally, because PlayStation Plus is being nice and giving away free games, I played Walkabout Mini Golf, which that's a very fun little game, and you could play with your whole family and everybody enjoys it. Mini golf, but around the world and space. It's lots of fun. Okay, let me quickly let me finish real quick.
Okay, all right.
Guys,
yes.
I've been trying to take advantage of the whole Libby library, read a book, do a report on your Kindle, and I've never felt more embarrassed and dumb in my life.
Did you forget how to read?
Well, might as well have, because I started reading No Country for Old Men because I watched the movie, so I wanted to read the book. Cormac McCarthy uses so many $3 words, niche little words to describe rock formations, vehicles, and weapons that I've never heard of. So I had to keep highlighting words to see the definition of words. Guys, you know how when you die in a platformer, like one of the newer Mario games, it'll say, hey, little guy, it's kind of tough out there, huh? You want this invincible suit that lets you fly nonstop and you don't die?
Mm-hmm.
Kindle did that to me and said, hey, if you're a new learner of English or a child, you can turn on this mode and we'll give you definitions of all the words. And I went, oh, Cormac McCarthy, I know English. I promise I'm completely fluent. He does like weird things with his writing. He doesn't use quotation marks, and he feels it kind of takes you out of the story, and you want to just keep yourself locked in, as the kids say. It's fine. I understand most English words that people use on a daily basis, but this man is pulling out these wild words for craggy rock formations that I don't know where he came up with them. I mean, they're real. I looked them up in the dictionary too many times, evidently. But it's every other paragraph he gives me a word I've never seen before. And then finally, guys, I watched a horror movie by the name of In a Violent Nature. If you were a fan of the original Friday the 13th movies, I bet you will enjoy this movie quite a bit. It's a lower budget horror. Actually, I don't know the budget, but it has like an indie horror movie vibe. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. And then finally, I'm going to stop talking, I promise. I ate some hot orange chicken because they introduced it at Panda Express. I'm sad to report it's whatever. I thought hot orange chicken would be my favorite thing in the world, but it's just like, I don't know, sort of orange chicken-y, but not.
Maybe they need to like give it a few months to test it more.
I don't know. I went to multiple locations, tried different hot orange chickens. It's whatever. I'll probably just eat normal orange chicken because I'm sure it'll be limited time. And finally, after the big Mother show, had the time of my life and Mother show, but I ate at, the kind of place I normally never eat because I feel like I don't belong there. It's super Mexican restaurant. Everything's written in Spanish. They only call out the numbers in Spanish, but it's open 24 hours and like it's fully packed with people. And I saw nothing but Hispanic people in there, so I went, I don't know if they want me in here. But then a bunch of Koreans showed up, and I just went in with them, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna be next to the Korean. Got a bean and cheese burrito and a combo burrito carne asada. It was all right. El Torino. Taurino.
I feel like I've heard of that place.
Little bowl? Torino?
Like bull, like the animal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bull geese.
Thank you. I did so poorly in AP Spanish that my Spanish teacher was like, you should not take the test. And I was like, you're absolutely correct. Thank
really?
You.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had something else to say, but I've now since forgotten. So, Geese Peep, please let me rest my voice. Please tell us, what is your watching, playing, and eating of the week?
Okay. I have a lot. First up, I'll do it chronological order. In New York.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We went to a drag dinner show, and it was a lot of fun. It's called Lips, and it was full of bachelorette parties. It was tons of fun. Next up, against all odds, the Edmonton Oilers made it to the Stanley Cup Finals.
And they won the big game?
No, they're currently playing. It's 7 games. First to 3.
Oh my God.
That's so many.
I think it's either first to 4 or 3.
They should do 7 games consecutive.
I mean, they do every other day. That's a lot.
That'd be so sick, though.
That's too much hockey.
Where you can double up your team and you have to focus on endurance and everything.
What's funny is with all the sports betting and all the concessions and merch sales and everything, everybody involved must be like, guys, let's keep it as close as possible so we can keep this money train going. We want more games. We will need the advertisement money.
I mean, yeah. But this is all to say that the Oilers lost the first 2 games.
No.
And statistically, the team, if you win the first 2 games, you're 95% more likely to win the entire cup. So it's not looking great for the Oilers.
I don't believe it. Who are these punks that think they can beat the Edmonton Oilers?
Nobody, that's who.
I
don't even know their name.
Tell me the name, Geese. Permpers?
The Florida Panthers?
The Florida Panthers? Did you say the Florida Panthers want to win the Stanley Cup hockey trophy over the Edmonton Oilers?
What? No, what are they doing?
Show me a Panther walking on the ice in Florida. Not going to happen. Oilers are going to win, Geese.
No chance.
Move on to your eating, Geese. I don't want to hear any more about
No,
these
wait.
Panthers.
I have one more watching.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So,
you got to do eating.
Because Aaron flew out for Justin's wedding, I finally got him to set up the bird camera that I got for my birthday. So now I have a live stream of my backyard.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, you can just watch it at all times. I was laughing because I thought you were just going to say, Aaron flew out for Justin. just see him. Say hello.
He just really likes Justin.
His birthday coming up.
But I got to see the birds. And then last night, the deer ate all of the bird seed.
You got to put the bird seed up higher.
Well, they're going to eat it regardless.
They're not going to eat it if you put it in the sky.
Well,
has there ever been a deer that's climbed a tree?
They can stand on their back legs and like get the leaves off of trees.
For audio listeners, Geese Peep half-heartedly put her eyeballs up a little bit and slightly tilted her chin up, imitating a deer eating birdseed.
Sorry, I'm trying to find I sent the video to Michael of the deer. He just didn't respond to it or acknowledge it at all.
Oh my God.
That's fine. That's okay.
But that's fun to watch. Okay, so now on to eating. When I was in...
Hold on. Before she goes on to eating, she said this while I'm sleeping. You can't hold somebody accountable for responding the second they wake up when I have to remind you to watch Pokemon. I'm going to miss some stuff in the fog of barely being awake. Come on now.
I can absolutely get behind that. If you send me something when I'm asleep, you better hope that I see it.
6:16 in the morning. Oh, let me just respond clearly and no.
Hold on. I'll forward it so Taylor can watch too.
Okay, yeah.
I said something at 6:16 in the morning and you didn't respond. All right. What's eating this week, Geese?
So when I was in New York, well, I was also in New.
That is a camel, Geese. That is not a deer. You did not send me a video of a deer.
It looks weird because of it's a wide angle lens and it looks like a weird creature.
Yeah, it looks like a horror camel.
A horror camel. Geese Peep, you were saying hot New Haven pizza?
I tried hot oil pizza from Modern Pizza or Modern Kitchen, wherever the famous one in New Haven is, and it was okay.
Nice.
I want to try hot oil pizza so bad.
What is hot oil pizza? Is it just like fried pizza?
No, they put the pepper hot oil on it.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, wait. I don't know if it was that. I just know it was famous New Haven pizza.
Okay.
I ate some buffalo chicken pizza on account of Geese Peep talking about buffalo chicken pizza. And here's the problem, Geese. It was terrible. I mean, it was just Domino's.
you can only get the good stuff from New York, but I could not get any in New York because 1, my stomach was bothering me and I didn't want to make it worse, and 2, it just ran out of time.
Well, to make you feel better, because I know you would feel bad that I ate the hot buffalo chicken pizza. Tasted terrible. Should have just got the Geese Beef special, which is green onions, green peppers, and onions, which is what I was planning on getting. And then I got a craving for a buffalo chicken, and it was a big mistake of my life. Geese Beef, please talk about some meatballs and expensive salad.
Well, the expensive salad was in New York. Of course. Everything's so expensive. I don't know. It was good.
All right, Geese. Let me ask you a question. When you're traveling, what makes you say, I would like a salad?
My stomach hurting.
Okay. Just check.
Yeah.
How about the meatballs, huh?
My mom made her homemade meatballs for the week before Justin's wedding because Aaron was in town and because my best friend Kate was in town.
Is that Aaron's favorite food?
Did they serve?
No.
Wait. Did they serve the meatballs at the wedding, or you were just eating them ahead of time?
Oh, it was ahead of time.
Okay.
My mom made them for here.
It's like a build-up.
Yep. Rehearsal meatballs. Taylor, please take it away. It's now your turn for watching, playing, and eating.
All right. I watched Furiosa, a Mad Max trilogy segment, and I loved it. I adored that movie. It was so ridiculous, and it was so... They did so many things so well, and I was laughing nonstop. I was expecting, because what you said, you thought it was a little too silly, right?
I said Fury Road was way better, to me, in my memory. But there were a couple silly moments, of Furiosa.
So I would...
Hemsworth.
Yeah, he was a little... it got a little talky at the end, and I didn't care for that as much. But... I would have enjoyed it if it wasn't a story just about Furiosa. If it wasn't a prequel about Furiosa. I would have really enjoyed it a lot more. As far as what experience did I enjoy more, also would say Fury Road. But this was great. Very good.
That's good to hear. I know Hideo Kojima loves it. Saw it like 6 times. So there you go.
I was kind of concerned about the CG that was noticeable in the previews. But they did a good job with it. The camera angles were incredibly interesting. The music was super cool. I liked it a lot.
That's sick.
So I also saw the first Omen. Now, I thought I saw the Omen when I was a kid. I don't think I did. I think I saw one scene from like the Omen 3 on daytime television.
The original Omen that is a 70s film, correct?
I think 70s or 80s. And it was there were a lot of throwbacks.
76. Oh yeah.
So this movie is, I do think everybody should go watch it for one specific scene. There is a scene in a nightclub that ends in one of the coolest ways I've ever seen a horror movie scene end. And it was just so like out of nowhere. And I was watching it with people and I was like, that's so cool. That's so cool. It totally didn't expect it at all. And then the shot of the scene after that is incredibly good. Conceptually, very silly. It seems like they're trying to make a Marvel movie as you're watching the movie. So you watch the whole thing, and it's kind of a flimsy antagonist, I would say. And then at the very end of the movie, you're like, oh yeah, they're just making a Marvel movie. That's okay. That's fine. I wish they had just made like a little standalone thing and just, I don't know.
Interesting. I don't remember. I mean, it's been so long since I've seen The Omen, but I don't remember that at all. What, is it just an ending setting up a bunch of sequels? Is that what you're saying?
They have kind of
introduced the League of Demons.
Okay, so I will I'll try to make this as vague as I can while giving you the right vibe that they had at the end. Somebody says this character is going to be very important in the future, and then they like mysteriously walk away.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because he's the I mean, little spoilers, but the boy's the son, you know.
And it's just the way they did that was such a Marvel thing, and it really
it's 1976, so you can't really hold it against.
No. I'm not talking about the original movie. I'm talking about the first Omen that came out this year. Yeah, this is a prequel.
You said the first Omen.
Not my fault that they can't title a movie.
I thought that's like calling a sequel to a console Xbox One.
Yep. Just imagine if Star Wars Episode 10 was called The Original Star Wars.
I thought you were talking about Home in 1976.
Nope. I am going to watch that this week. But no, this is the one that came recently.
I thought we clarified it, actually. Anyway, all right, cool. Also, did you say you watched A Song of Ice and Fire?
No, just because they're trying to set up a goofball cinematic universe or something. Or that's what it seems like.
I'm very excited for season 2. Coming soon, next week.
I didn't finish the first one. I still have to watch the last 2 episodes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's real good. You should watch it. I believe the Max show is called House of Dragons.
The one you watch for Game of Thrones.
The book is called Fire and Blood, but I think the show is called The House of Dragons.
Sure.
This is all just me. This is me spitballing. So
I'll bet they would say House of the Dragon before they said House of Dragon.
Yeah,
Dragons in the house.
Dragons. Yeah. Well, everybody watch Dragons in the House on UPM at 8 p.m. Tuesdays. Yeah. Taylor.
House.
All right, Taylor, talk about street tacos before Pokémon News of the Week.
Now listen. Okay. I don't know
when listen up. Here's the story.
Take it away, Geese.
No, I was just setting you up.
Oh, okay.
I'm blue by the blue house,
dragons.
blue car. Inside and outside blue Corvette.
Dragons are here. They're in my home. I have a home intruder. It's a dragon. They broke in the house.
Imagine a dragon smashing a window to get in a door.
They used a crowbar. Oh my God.
Not set the whole thing ablaze, but tried to sneak in.
They tied up my family, and they're stealing my stuff.
Flying away with a TV.
They can fly. Why are they gotta do home burglaries? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people think very small.
They got their ski masks on.
Can you give me a description?
Well,
I did a good look at his face.
Couldn't make him out.
He had a 65-foot wingspan, though.
I had talons, but other than that, I couldn't really.
I couldn't tell you eye color or anything. I'm sorry. There have been so many car accidents at 6 a.m. this week. It's 2 days in a row now.
Oh, 6 a.m. That's when Geese Peep sends her deer footage I'm supposed to report.
I know. Send it to me with the camels, the horrific camels.
Taylor, if you don't talk about street tacos right now, we're canceling the podcast forever.
Say no more. Say no more. I don't know when it happened, but I have become very passionate about the idea of cheap street food. I don't like elevated concepts of like a hot dog or pizza or tacos or shawarma or anything like that. I want it to be real cheap, way too seasoned, and just super good, super fun to eat. I want a working man's food, and I've been having a lot of that lately. I think what I look for is generally like an authentic representation of the cuisine. And I think a street taco, a cheap, over-seasoned, like super spicy street taco with just cilantro and lime and onions is just the way to go.
Yeah, that El Torino,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about earlier, I don't think it's as good as El Chato. So I'll just keep going to El Chato. Also, I have this big issue now where sometimes I'll try to say something in a Spanish accent and it'll come out as a Japanese accent and I look like an idiot. Time to move on to Poké News.
Poké News of the week. Geese, do you like news during the week?
Poké News week.
Cerebi reports this week that the next 7-star Terra Raid battle has been fully revealed. Battle against Electric Terra Type Embor. It runs from June 14th through June 16th, and again a week later from June 21st to June 23rd. Thank you very much, Cerebi Joe. Guys, this is a clean cut for you. We're now talking about Pokemon. Okay, let's take it away. Taylor, what happened last time on Pokes?
Previously on Pokemon, the twerps finally complete their first step into the next step of their grand adventure.
Very vague. All right. Geese.
Nice and vague. They're all allowed to terrestrialize now.
You don't want spoilers. Geese Pete, please tell us the name of today's episode in English.
A prickly Floragato, the mysterious flower pillar.
Or in Japanese, Togetoge Nyarōte? 不思議な花ばしら.
I'll be honest with you, that's like one of the sickest sounding Japanese titles we've had.
Now, Geese Peep, what's your one-sentence synopsis this week?
Moody cats and flying flaps.
Oh, let me open the old book of pokes here.
Your synopsis should have been just Taylor rolling his eyes so much that he got a headache.
Tell these kids about what happened this week on Pokemon.
Just rewatch anner episode. It'll be the same thing.
It's fine, guys. Like I said, I want to like this episode, but the fact that it is the rinse-repeat same plot as dozens of Pokemon episodes, it's going to lose a point or two.
Oh, the good news is we can get through the synopsis really easy and just move on to us venting during our review scores. That's what I'm looking forward to.
It's time to camp and write reports, everybody. We got some Choodles, some Crabrawlers running around, playing by this creek river. Ah, what a beautiful place for a nice campsite. There's some Paldean Tauros, some Skiddo, some Summerform Deerling, some Skiploom, Pachirisu, Komala, Bramblin, Dunsparce, you name it. Clambos, these children have a lot of Pokedexing to do. They gotta write a bunch of reports,
do a bunch of reports,
read a bunch of books,
and get a bunch of bucks.
Fuecoco and Tinkatink are running off to go play, and Dot pulls out Frito's research. I don't know if you guys remember that from several episodes ago. Remember Professor Frito's? He went out into the field and researched and cataloged all these Pokemon, Geese Peep.
That's why Dot loves him so much.
Yeah, this is the part that I absolutely died laughing.
All right, tell us about it, Geese.
Well, I wrote in my notes, I bet Geese likes this part, so let me set her up, probably. This research shows that there's both Pineco and Shroodle around here, too. And now I write, Geese, I'm sure, likes the kids discussing Fritos at this point.
So Dot is basically explaining that the professor has like updated his distribution map, and Liko and Roy like lean in. Roy says a one-liner, and then Liko says a one-liner. Roy says, "Is that Professor Frito actually doing research?" And then Liko says, "Is that professor doing his job for once, Frito?"
It was very funny.
I immediately thought Geese would love that line.
Quick
and you
question.
are right.
Clambos, Dot, Liko, and Roy are going to battle, report, and hopefully find a Pokemon that's not in the already cataloged research. Also, we're going to camp right here by the River Creek bed. What is it? What is it, Geese? Is it a river? Is it a creek? What are we looking at here? An estuary?
It's a creek.
We're calling it a creek. We're camping by the creek. Theme song. We come back. Oh my God, Geese. Watchroll is so proud of Roy's tent. The boy knows how to make a perfect camping tent. No issues, no problems, looks sturdy. But Liko needs some help. Especially with Floragato losing it over a little piece of rope that she treats as if it's a pendulum. Well, no. It's just because she's a cat, right, Geese? That she pounces at the rope because it looks like you're playing with a little cat toy. She can't help herself.
Cats love yarn.
At this point in the episode, I already knew that it was going to be bad because they spent so long just setting up the tents. And I was like, oh boy, not much is happening in this episode. Okay.
At least we got to see Watchroll.
Yeah,
that's cool. True. My issue is they always put Watchroll in, and he just doesn't really do much.
No, he's so excited because he sees spoilers. He sees a Kilowattrel later in the episode and he's losing it. Okay, everybody. Dot tent, good. Dot makes a nice tent, and she even puts her tent in front of a nice flat rock table like it's the Flintstones, and it's going to be her workstation.
Pretty smart.
But Geese Peep, we have no time for that right now because Liko, look, there's a Pineco. What does Roy immediately do when they notice the Pineco?
Doesn't Roy mess around with it?
Roy trips.
Roy, in much excitement, runs towards the Pokemon and trips with Fuecoco and thus runs into the tree, scares it, and then it explodes.
And the scream is so realistic and terrifying. The scream in the explosion will be changed in English. That's a change of the English of the week.
They'll probably add like a sound effect too.
Taylor, it's bath time. We gotta wash off all this explosion in the old creek. And Geese Peep Hatena is so cute.
So cute.
I don't know
He's
how
the
you design a
baby.
Pokemon that's that cute all the time.
Adorable. She's so cute. Even when she's being mischievous, she's causing trouble, you still think she's adorable.
The thing is, like, they knocked it out of the park with both Fuecoco and Hatena. Because Terapagos is cute, but sometimes it's like, oh, that's a weird little turtle. These two, cute 100% of the time.
There is a cute moment with Terapagos I'm going to bring up later with Geese Peep. But overall, yeah, Hatena is the number one cutie pie of the week.
I'd say
And
Fuecoco.
every
Of the week, yeah. Just think of Fuecoco with those little glasses.
We see, he's adorable. We see a school of Aracuda swimming nearby, and I gotta say, whoever is head editor, decider of who's pokes of the week in charge in this series, Aracuda gets so much love in this anime. I've seen Aracuda more times in this anime than I've seen in my entire life. This little Generation 8 fish is all over in this anime. And now, Geese Peep, we get the Kilowattrel flying by, and Lil Wattrel is very excited about it. Roy's also amazed at the Kilowattrel. So, Roy decides that's who I'm going to do my report on, that super cool Kilowattrel that's following all those Aracudas. See you losers later. That's who I'm going to do my report on.
I actually think that's a good idea for him. Or Charizard. But Kilowattrel, that's a very surprising opinion by Roy. I thought Roy would just go for something like Pineco.
No, and Wattrel's going to be excited. It's going to be a great report.
Yeah.
Dot's going to run off and she's going to do her own thing in the forest. And here, Geese, we do get baby Terapagos. Did you see his little leg holes in the bag?
I did, and I squealed.
So very cute. Liko carries around a little bag where Terapagos can put his little neck out and his tiny 4 little legs. Perfectly designed little holes in his bag that he puts his little legs out.
It's a very weird thing to design for a turtle, though.
Yeah, well. Terapagos is a very mythical, very sought-after Pokemon, so we got to protect it at all costs. Finally, though, it's time. Nothing can stop us now, Geese Peep. It's time for Floragato to get her bath. And right as we're about to get some soapy sponges, what does Hatena do, Geese?
She gets stuck and all muddy again.
Oh my god! Now we gotta give Hatena another bath. And poor Floragato can't get Liko's attention for nothing.
I just thought it was very odd that the cat was getting upset about not being given a bath. I just kept thinking, don't cats clean themselves?
It's not just the bath, Taylor. She's trying to show off her cool new yo-yo tricks to Liko, but Liko doesn't have time for her.
I'm just a teenage Pokemon.
Liko's too busy chasing after baby Hatenas and baby Terapagoses. Floragato's not happy, Clambos. She's so unhappy, as a matter of fact, that title of the episode, her fur becomes very prickly. And Geese, Liko starts to approach to touch Floragato, gets an ouch prickle, and what does Floragato do to Liko's hand?
She paws it away and scratches her.
And then Floragato runs away. Oh, poor Liko. Also, poor Michael. I have to watch the same plot I've seen 10,000 times. Not just in other series. Not just in episodes with Ash. Not just in episodes of Horizons. But in episodes of Liko with Sprigatito. This is the exact plot we've had before.
But now the kids have more footage to use for their AMVs.
Yeah. I just can't believe they're doing the exact same thing. And I just put in all caps. I refuse to believe we're doing this exact same thing again.
I think they don't expect you to watch every episode.
Yeah, that has to be it.
I think they think, oh, come on, nobody's going to notice.
There's just no way that they said, yes, that's a good idea. This is not even like an A team, B team situation. This is just a plot regurgitation.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Well, we cut to Tinkatink having the time of her life, honestly, just torturing Quaxley. Eventually, Floragato and Liko make their way back to the forest. Dot tells Liko all about something she read about, Geese Peeps, some sort of mysterious flower pillar nearby. She shows footage. Looks to me like some sort of Sakura tornado. Is it Sakura? Spoilers, no. You'll find out what it is soon enough. By the way, Sakura tornado is what I wrote. Also, sounds like a Mega Man X boss, so very sick.
Well, like a move.
Yeah. Guys, the legend of the tornado says that it leads to happiness. So, of course, Liko says, well, we gotta go, Floragato. We're gonna find happiness. Let's go.
She just wants her teenage cat to be happy and not angsty.
And Dot wants to go too, especially if a Pokemon is behind this mysterious phenomenon. So Liko runs to tell Floragato all about how excited she is. We're going to have a great adventure. We're going to go check out this flower pillar. But Geese, she's interrupted again because who ran off for the 3,000th time this season?
Terapagos.
Oh my God.
What a rascal.
Disappeared again. Now Dot does want to go check out this flower pillar, but Quaxley's too busy to go because he's doing his hair. Tinkatink's too busy destroying frying pans. So she's busy. She's got her hands full, Geese.
All these kids and their Pokemon.
We cut to Liko. She's looking for Terapagos. Floragato's not helping at all. She's annoyed as all get out.
She's just
getting sad. So at this point, Liko's getting sad because her Pokemon... Geese Peep?
Liko's sad because her teen child, who is a Pokemon, is all angsty and upset because it's a teenager and a lot of emotions are happening. She just wants her baby girl to be happy.
And then Hatena immediately senses these negative feelings. So she goes and tries to make Liko feel better. But then Liko gets a little bit happier. But then Floragato's even getting more jealous. So it's just a vicious cycle.
The bad cycle.
And we cut to Terapagos. He's playing with some big old Magikarps in a pond nearby. Then a Lechonk runs by, just tackles him into the sky, and he flies, 750 feet or something?
But he loves it. He's having the time of his life.
It's just gone. Terapagos is just gone.
He's laughing. He's fine.
Because how on earth are you going to track it down?
He'll find his way. Guys, he's a mythical. If it weren't for Terapagos, we probably wouldn't even have terrestrial form anything. So he'll open a portal and Lucius or whoever's going to pop out and help him. Ooh, there's a bird in Geese's back.
Oh, you love birds, Geese.
Mm-hmm. Then we cut to Liko at the scene of the pond after Terapagos has flown off. And this is where, I know we've brought it up 10 times already, but this is where it's really getting to me, guys. Because this exact same plot, it's the beat for beat same plot of the main character goes and investigates a spot the Pokemon they're looking for was just at, and they're looking at the tracks and they're looking for clues, and we've done it before. We've seen it before.
I mean, they don't even do it in like an entertaining way. This was just this is the most phoned in episode I think I've seen.
So then Liko hears a noise. She runs off again, dumps Hatena off with Floragato. Then she falls down a cliffside, just like the Sun and Moon anime, Geese. Do you remember this happened to Mallow or somebody? Remember somebody fell down a little cliffside exactly like this and then got taken care of by a Rangaroo or something?
Oh, yeah, that was Mallow. And then she learned how to make Orangaroos drink.
Yeah. Come on.
Guys.
And now,
Guys.
Geese, what do we call this? Ask Cormac McCarthy. I'll tell you, he'd know. But what do we call this little ravine? What is the word for this little valley she's in now?
I called it a ravine in my notes.
Okay, she's in a little ravine.
Gully. Maybe a gully? Is that
maybe a gully. Fern Gully. She's in Fern Gully. There's vines all above her. She can't escape. Curtains for Liko. She's yelling for help. Nothing's happening. Time for a commercial break. We come back.
This next scene is straight out of Bloodborne, where she gets trapped in an area and then just gets swarmed by things that aren't necessarily coming to attack her or to interact with her. They're just gathering, and she's kind of afraid of it. That's the vibe it gave me. Like, kind of mysterious.
We come back from the commercial, and we see Floragato has found Terapagos, and it's on its back, just a wiggling Geese on its little turtle shell. Because Geese, A Pineco gave it the business.
And Hatena runs and tries to use her little ear flaps to push him over, but she's not strong enough. So she starts yelling at Floragato, be like, "Help me!" And then Floragato's like, "Ugh, I guess."
Please, Floragato. It was a cute scene. So then a flipped over Terapagos feels the breeze of adventure. Is it the flower pillar, perhaps? Oh my god, there's more Pineco. Pineco everywhere around here. Floragato quickly grabs Terapagos and Hatena and runs away from all these Pineco to protect these little babies. We cut to Liko stuck. It's getting hotter and hotter out there. Atsui. Also, like Taylor mentioned, there's 1 million Toad School. Just Toad School as far as the eye can see. And everybody knows Toad School is my boy. He's on my team. He evolved into Toad School, but he's very funny and a good, cool guy, honestly.
Very, very funny. Quick to joke.
Quick to joke. Quick to a joke. So Liko gets a bit concerned from the millions of these little mushroom maniacs and hides behind a rock. What are they doing and I know you don't believe me, but what are they doing is what I wrote prior to Liko saying it and the subtitle being on the screen. So
I also did that.
That was my thought process, not just Liko. But yeah, what are they doing? Looks like they're kind of pulling at some vines. I don't know, it's tough to say. At this point, they notice Liko. She screams bloody murder, and then Floragato jumps into action, like I said, Geese, holding an arm full of Pokemon. She's got Terapagos and Hatena in her arms.
Why was Liko screaming?
She's surrounded by millions of Pokemon she's unfamiliar with and thinks they're going to kill her.
I feel like nobody's really afraid of Pokemon during the series.
That's not true at all. They're always getting spooked.
Simply untrue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
And then Toad School seems, all of them, seem a little frightened of Floragato. Especially once Floragato goes full prickly fur mode. And she's looking terrifying. And then, Geese, Floragato starts to maybe think about attacking these Toad School, but what does Liko do?
She runs up and tells her to stop. Don't. They didn't hurt me or attack me. And she hugs Floragato really tight so she gets the prickly fur in her. But then as she holds on for longer, the fur becomes relaxed.
Terapagos walks over to the Toad Schools as Liko and Floragato have their moment of, what would you call this, Geese? Healing between the two of them? Reconciliation? Bonding. Terapagos speaks perfect English to the Toad Schools, or perfect Pokemon, but we know, we understand it. Turns out all these Toad Schools need to remove the vines that are over the ravine. There's too many Toad Schools getting stuck in here.
Whoa.
And at this point, we get, yes, Taylor?
Oh, I was just saying, whoa.
Now we get to everybody's favorite part of a Pokemon episode, when you see that the budget has completely run dry, and
this is the slideshow. You know what? I'll give it a full extra point during my score for the fact that they couldn't even animate her crawling out of the ravine.
No, every good Pokemon episode has a PowerPoint presentation where it just pans across a still image of Liko and friends helping out with the removal of the vines.
My favorite animation was the Toad School running down the edge.
Geese Peep, Toad School is so well known for that run. When Scarlet and Violet first came out, everybody was losing it over Toad Schools because you'd just be walking through a forest, you'd see a Toad School, you'd go run to try to catch it, and then he goes, ah! And just does that goofy little run away, and you can never catch him. It was fantastic.
50 kilometers an hour, they say.
He's very fast.
That's ridiculous.
So Floragato then magical leaves all those vines away. The Toad Schools are ecstatic, but Geese, it's getting so hot. The sun's blaring, everybody's sweating. But then a beautiful breeze comes in to cool everyone down. Could it be
the flower petal tornado column?
Oh my god, all the Toad Schools jump into the tornado, and it is truly and really the flower pillar. But, it's not flowers coming out of the tornado. It is just flakes of skin from the Toad School. So that pink Sakura is actually just dead skin the whole time.
It's a beautiful pillar of swirling dandruff.
Yep, and Liko's holding Floragato's soft little hands. It's time for happiness in front of this skin flake tornado.
I was so upset by this scene because I just wanted Dot to see it. I don't know why I think they would have done this. I guess it would have been a bad idea. But if Liko had done her whole thing and had her little adventure making friends with Floragato, and they talk to everybody, and Roy's like, I made this stew, and Dot's like, I did exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I know Dot had her hands full a little bit, but I am surprised that Dot didn't find them by this point. Like,
yeah.
She's still dealing with Quaxley's hair and Tink in a frying pan? Come on now. Now, chat, how are we feeling about this part? Floragato licks Liko's hand. Geese, we're going to Geese for this one because Geese is a big fan of it's a little cat on 4 legs. It's now a teenage human, but still licking a hand. So how are we feeling? Let's get the temperature gauge off of Geese.
It is odd, but I do think ultimately it was sweet because she's doing a gesture of love and kind of submission. It is weird to see a bipedal cat that is almost the height of Liko lick her, but
it's only weird because she's basically a human, and then she just occasionally will do something that a cat does.
She's a cat that can stand.
I don't know. She's hugged Liko before.
A cat loves a hug.
To be fair, I've only owned one cat, and that cat attacked my face a lot.
Is it right into looklistencast@gmail.com? Is it weird for a bipedal cat to lick you on the hand? You tell me. Then we cut to nighttime campfire. We skip dusk completely. So is that a point plus or a point minus? We're going to have to find out when we tally up the scores. Liko's telling the whole story of what she did today to Dot and Roy. And like Taylor said, Roy's cooking up a big old stew for dinner on the Flintstones rock table.
I think it's great that I hope they continue this in the show, showing that Roy is a survivalist.
Well, I mean, think about his little island in Kanto. I'm sure exactly. Gramps taught him how to set up a camp, how to cook.
That was one of the better parts of the intro to the episode, is everybody was struggling, or Liko was certainly struggling, and then Roy's like, oh, I mean, I used to do this.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Very sick.
So at this point, Dot looks up the science behind all the skin flap tornadoes, but Liko forgot to record everything. She didn't even take a photograph, Geese.
I would be upset like Dot is.
Dot's pretty furious, but Liko, she's a brilliant artist, so she says, it's okay, I'll just draw it instead, like it's the 1800s or 1700s.
Didn't they already have a picture of it, though, at the beginning of the episode?
I guess they did have an illustration of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but cool. I mean, for their report, you know, she could get some little firsthand little...
Just copy it.
But at the end of the day, Geese, turns out the skin flake tornado truly did bring everyone happiness. And Fuecoco and Quaxley eat their dinner, and we see to be continued. Geese Peep, take it away with Professor Frito's Seminar of the Week for Toad School.
I mean, at the end of the episode, I'm surprised you didn't mention this. Liko has a little conversation where she's like, and I learned something about Sprigatito. And I was just thinking, you didn't learn anything, Liko. You didn't learn anything at all.
About Floragato?
Floragato, sorry.
She learned how to, you want to
Friends.
Make sure. Yeah, you want to, yeah, there you go.
You have, and if you don't, then you can always later also.
Yep. Also, every time.
Yeah.
Geese Pete, take it away.
Today's seminar is on Toad School, which is not a tentacool.
Darn right it's not.
It's a divergent. No, it's a convergent. Wait, which one is?
Divergent species, I believe, is the... Let me look at the exact Poke term. In the early days of
Cormac
leaks,
McCarthy.
In the leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the terminology used was regional fake, but divergent species Pokemon, I believe, is the term.
So it's kind of like how there's armadillos and then there's pangolins.
Why don't you use a real animal for the example?
So, ecologically similar Pokemon is what the game likes to call them. Fans call it convergent forms, convergent Pokemon, or regional fakes, like I just said.
Interesting that it's convergent.
Because they converge to look the same because they fill a similar ecological niche.
Really?
That's how it is in evolution in real life.
Yeah, it's based off of real things, like the two animals Geese just said. Armadillo and who else? Pangolin?
Pangolin.
But it seems like it's going in the opposite direction, where there's like an overabundance in the water, so they learn to go on land. Wouldn't that be a divergent?
No,
convergent species have nothing to do with each other. They just kind of look the same.
Oh, that's interesting.
They look the same because they fill similar ecological niches.
But they're not related.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an Alolan Vulpix is related to a Cantonian Vulpix.
Uh-huh.
They just evolved differently because of their surroundings at some point. But they have the same ancestor, Vulpix, an earlier form of Vulpix.
Boy, my head's not understanding convergent, but yes, that's sick.
Well, it's a very interesting and unique thing in nature. It's very cool.
Yeah, I'll do a little research.
Can you use Pangolin and Armadillo one more time so Taylor gets it?
Pangolin?
Which is not real.
Armadillo.
Which is real.
So, Wiglet, Wugtrio, and Dugtrio, not related, but they look similar. And then look at the icon they show right here. Tentacool and Toadscool. Not related, look very similar.
Geese, I wonder what niche they fill.
Geese, please take it away.
Well, in Pokemon, that doesn't make any sense, but in real life...
Oh, thank God. Okay,
I'm sure
all
it
right.
Makes sense. No.
That's good. Okay.
I feel way better. There's a book of lore somewhere. Geese, please take it away.
All right, it's Toadscool. What a guy. They call him the Wood Ear Pokemon, which I'm assuming is a reference to some kind of like fungus or something.
He puts the fun in fungus, let me tell you.
That's so true. Thank you, Taylor.
You're welcome.
Professor Frito says, it looks like a Tentacool, but it's different. It excels at something, but do you know what that is? Is it A, running away, B, leaping eagerly, or C, stepping sneakily?
A, always sprinting away.
Yes, it's very cowardly and will run away instantly if an enemy draws nearby.
I would have said cautious, not cowardly. It's very insulting.
Well, the English translation may be different.
I hope so.
It's said to be able to flee at 50 kilometers per hour. And then we get a very funny animation of a Toadscool walking along a river, and it sees a Tentacool, and they both get scared, and then the Toadscool runs away and runs past Captain Pikachu, who is carrying some mushrooms.
It's very funny. Cap almost dropped all his... I can't think of the meme I'm trying to think of.
Okay, well, that's...
You made me almost drop my... What's the vine, Geese?
Croissant.
Yeah, my croissant. Yeah. Almost dropped his mushrooms.
So good.
And that is the end of today's episode. That's right. Put it on the books. Episode 51 of Horizons. God, what score is it going to get? Okay, let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
If this was a new plot line that had never been done before, probably an easy like 8.59. But I really, really gotta say, I can't do this again. So we're giving it, I was gonna give it a flat 6, but I guess I'll go 6.2 because there's a lot of cute moments and fun moments. And I love Toadscool, my boy, and Tentacool in that ending scene. So many laughs. Great things all throughout the episode, but unfortunately, I have to put my foot down. It is a 6.2 because it's the exact same plot. Down to the, we lost the Pokemon. Let's find where they were. Here's the clue of where they were. 6.2. Geese, please, how do you feel? 6.2, Taylor, please.
What's average again?
We normally are giving this show like 8.
Yeah.
A 7 is the lowest you go for like a good episode.
Okay. I really dislike this episode a lot. I was gonna go in the 4s. Maybe I'll go 5, and even 5.0. Like, it's not, you're right. Even if this was the first time I was seeing the plot, it didn't feel like there was any actual motivation behind any change. It felt like, Liko and Floragato need to make up now. So they did. Did not like it.
That is our lowest reviewed episode of all time. That's something. Overall, I liked it, other than the stabbing back of the mind saying, this is the exact same plot we've had far too many times. So hopefully they never do it again. Geese Peep, what a disappointment. Hopefully next week, episode 100 is better. I guess I'm going to have to find out something big and exciting and special to do for episode 100 because hardly any podcast ever makes it to episode 100. So congratulations to everyone. Thank you for listening. Geese Peep, take us into the wrap-up of this incredibly disappointing episode 99 of Lookin with the Geese Guyera.
No. The episode we reviewed was disappointing, but the podcast itself was
even
great.
Worse. You're right.
Let's hear the wrap-up.
Thank you all for listening. You can follow us on social media at LookListenCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Not really social media, but yes.
You know what?
What,
you
Geese?
can post and comment. That's social media. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Please like and comment because it sends it to more people, and that is good because we want the grandmas to listen.
Thank you, Keith, for our art.
Excuse me? When are you starting to thank Keith now?
I had to last week because somebody wasn't here.
Yeah, thanks, Keith, for the boilerplate. That's right.
Thank
Keith.
you to
Thanked
Keith
him
for
the
our
boilerplate.
I'm just punch you in the face. Thank you to
Taylor.
Thank you to Keith for our artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Shout out to Professor Jicklebits for the
boilerplate
website. You can watch him on twitch.tv/prof_ticklebits. Thank you to our supporters. You can support us on a recurring basis. Please, thank you so much. You can go to looklistenthecast.com. There's links there. All the podcast platforms have links. Thank you so much. And of course, recommend this podcast to your friends.
Your family.
Because completely G-rated. No swear words. Nothing questionable. 100 episodes, so it must be good if it made it to 100 episodes.
Well, 99.
God, that'd be so funny to end it here.
Oh, wow. On that episde.
Yeah.
Episode.
Sorry, guys. It was so bad of an episode, we can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, we discussed something. So if you want that something to be discussed, please send a question to looklistencast@gmail.com. RDFine's question this week has the subject line, For Etris Gump, appropriate on account of all these Pinecos we saw in the episode.
Ooh, good question.
RDFine says, if you could jump anywhere in time and space and experience any historical event in person, which would you choose? Geese Peep?
Time and space, Geese.
This is really hard.
It's an incredibly good question.
Geese loves a lot of history.
Oh, man, This is hard. Part of me wants to say, because I'm into like my local history, like my town in the early 1800s.
I thought you were going to say your nephew's last birthday.
Oh my God.
Wait, what did Taylor say?
I thought you
want to go to her nephew's birthday?
I just want to go to my nephew's last birthday.
Well, Geese Peep, the problem is they burn you at the stake for being a witch, though, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't.
What woman is 6'1"?
Yeah, you're 6'1".
Yeah, that's true.
They don't even have to raise you up very much.
Got him.
Oh, this is such a good question.
Could you say something like the Big Bang and you would be insulated from, like you would be safe and just observe it?
He didn't say a TARDIS or the Doctor is involved, but... But he also says in time and space. So space definitely means Big Bang is definitely on the table.
Okay. I would say that. I would be really curious. But that's one of those things that I don't think I could comprehend it. So I wonder how that would even, like how my mind would digest it.
It would be too big. You couldn't really see what's going on.
Yeah, probably loud.
Was there a specific thing in your town's history you were saying?
I would probably do like the years from like 1816 to like 1880. I just have a lot of questions, so it would really help clear up some things on my thesis.
A nice
you want
full
a full
adult life.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know. Okay, look.
Listen.
Another one would probably be, I don't know, like sometime Golden Age, Baghdad. That'd be cool. Ancient Egypt, Middle Kingdom. Ooh, okay, here it is.
Oh.
She's got it, Clambos.
One moment, please.
Egypt, first intermediate period or second, I don't remember. When the sea peoples come, I would really love to know what their whole deal was.
The sea people?
The sea peoples?
Yeah.
From like mermen?
Did I miss this episode of history class?
There's no consensus on who they were, so historians refer to them as the sea peoples. We knew they could breathe
underwater.
And they
fly in the sky like angels.
Oh, they probably had tridents. That's so cool.
That is very sick.
Nice job. I want to meet superheroes too, Geese.
My choices would pretty much all be music related. I'm definitely going to like Beatles concert in the 60s in like the Cavern Club. Just be like, oh, you guys are doing great, good job. And then I go. It would be so smoky though. That's too bad. So not that one. I go to the Kate Bush concert at the, what's it called? Hammer at the Otrion. What the heck is that concert called? Oh my God. It's one of the most famous concerts.
Yeah, I was going to say her biggest one, right?
Hammer at the Kate Bush. It's like Orpheum. Something.
Orpheum?
Orpheum?
Hammer Horror is a song concert at the Omatron. Live at the Hammersmith Odeon in 1979. I want to be at a concert. That would be so sick. I'd probably go to like a little Led Zeppelin show when they're like small. Like just, that Stairway to Heaven song was great, guys. I'd go to so many concerts.
I would just really like to see the world a very, very, very long time ago. Like be able to see, dinosaurs.
Oh my God, I can't believe Taylor's going to see dinosaurs. That is so sick. But my answer is, of course, going into 1980s Japan, picking up like Dragon Quest 3 on Famicom.
Oh, you have to do it when Gundam is just coming out.
Oh my God, so sick.
I changed my mind. I want to do mid 1700s, my local town history, see all the old growth forests, see the Chesapeake Bay system before shipping and mass agricultural. I don't know. I think that'd be very interesting.
I'm pretty amused with myself that I want to see a concert and buy a video game, and Taylor wants to see dinosaurs and the birth of the universe. So that's pretty fun. That's sick. All right. Thank you, RDFine, for your question. Wonderful question. We enjoyed answering it. Thank you so much. Please send in your questions again to Look. She wants to go to Babylon.
Geese, you can't just say, I want to see, like, the world from 10,000 BC to now.
Sure she can.
Too many answers.
God, she could see so many birds, so many extinct birds nobody knows about.
Oh, yeah.
God. Oh, I could see a Carolina parrot.
Oh,
she could see a Carolina parrot. Think about how many birds exist before we ever started writing language or drawing birds. You'd see so many new birds.
So cool.
Ooh, if you go
so many diseases.
Like early pre-megafauna extinction, you could see thunderbirds.
You could see Quetzalcoatl, Shiva, Ifrit.
Oh yeah, Titan. Come on, Geese.
Odin, Gilgamesh.
I love that we've tricked her into talking about her favorite topic. Finally.
All right, guys, we've had enough fun. Everybody say goodbye. He's going to say goodbye 3 times. Taylor,
goodbye, everybody. Bye. Right farewell. Bye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Pete. Thank you for listening to the Geese Pete Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company